Leo asks a question that's sort of near and dear to my heart, and that would be for anyone who knows anyone at any mission-driven companies. He asks, do you have any tips for mission-driven organizations? Mission, we will change the world, but reality, people are overworked and kids are running around the background of Zoom calls and nobody really knows what's going on. Any thoughts on, that does seem to come down to a culture issue, right? We have these aspirations of telling people what we want to do, and then the reality of it is maybe not so aspirational. Maybe it's a little messy, and then the culture winds up not feeling so great. Any thoughts on how to reconcile those things?
I'll take a start. I see Doniel came off mute too, because I think we all feel this a little bit, right? The chaos of just feeling busier. And so, yes, we all have our mission and our vision. We also have to have priorities. And we talked about managers being so important as culture carriers and feeling so much of that stress, because sometimes they're struggling to know which of these 10 priorities can fall to tomorrow. How do I make sure that I get the right 9 done today or the right 8 done today? Sometimes it's 3 that you're going to get done. And so I think, as leaders and managers, we have to get crisp on priorities and what we can say no to, because we want to make sure we're saying no to the right things so that we can say yes and be great at those things that are most important to us. So I would say radical prioritization, Leo.
I love that. And to add to that, I'd also say, and Jill, I think you touched on this, but the role of the manager, like I was just jumping up and down because that's where we're spending a lot of our time at Fastly. It is hugely important. And managers, let's face it, they were never equipped to manage, virtual hybrid workforces. They don't generally have the tools, and it is incumbent upon organizations to really invest in making them more capable, more comfortable, giving them the language, all the things that will help them be better leaders, to inspire and motivate. They're going to make mistakes, but it really is important to help drive the kind of culture that you want to create, to arm them with all the things that they're going to need. We're creating toolkits in that regard to build just more capable leaders who can engage with the employees and have those crucial conversations. The other thing that I would add to as an idea is, it goes back to sort of what I opened my remarks with, can't underestimate the power of listening and asking questions. If you go off and start trying to solve things without really understanding what's at the heart of people's concern, you're going to miss something. And so creating opportunities for listening, for feedback, for just sharing, so that you can really make sure that whatever you're implementing is going to really hit the issue that people are feeling.
And I think to jump in on that as well, it's what you were talking about there, Doniel, about opportunities for feedback. It's also creating a culture of accountability across the board, where if you're going to say, this is my mission, these are my values, you need to make sure that you're giving employees the opportunity to hold you accountable to those, and that you're instilling in your managers the idea that they should be listening and actively looking for that feedback on when we aren't succeeding. And that's something that we've been putting a lot of effort into, or how do we have those channels so that we can be held accountable to what we're saying we're going to do.